Hello, thanks for returning. I hope this video finds you happy and doing well. As you know by the thumbnail, this video is going to be on my recommendations for the VIB Summer 2019 sale coming up. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. All right, so before we go ahead and get into it, let me tell you the dates. So for Rouge, of course, you get 20% off, and the dates are from August 19th through the 27th. And for VIB, you get 15% off, and the dates are August 20th, 2017. All right, so I know I'm a bit early, but that's okay. I think that's okay. So I just really wanted to quickly talk about, before I get into my recommendations, I want to talk about a few things that I like about Sephora. I know that some people aren't big fans of Sephora, and the people that aren't big fans of Sephora, they really do have some good points. There is one YouTuber that I like to watch. She brought up a lot of interesting points that I think that all of you all may not be aware of, but I'm going to just kind of link her video down below so you can check that out. But for me, I particularly like shopping at Sephora because, you know, I like the fact that you can get higher end brands there. I do like the fact that, and this may seem pretty not important or not a big deal, but when you're shopping, you can get samples there. And, you know, I do like getting samples of foundations and things like that. And also, I pretty much like the overall shopping experience from Sephora. You do kind of get that vibe that you are shopping in a higher end store. That's just me. So I did want to just kind of say that is why I like Sephora. And if you are one that likes Sephora, please let me know some things that you actually like about Sephora. Now let's just go ahead and get into the products that I'm going to recommend. Now it's new to me, but I feel like even though it's new to me, I can recommend it. This is the Tacha Deep Cleanser, and I just recently talked about this cleanser in one of my videos and said that I really hate that I'm late jumping on the Tacha train. And for me, this 20% off that Sephora is offering, this is going to allow me the opportunity to get more of those big ticket items. And even though you may say that $38 isn't really that much, but just for cleanser, you know, I think that to me, that's pricey. And, you know, at the end of the day, we all pick and choose, you know, what we want to spend our money on. But this cleanser is really good. It does a really good job of getting your face squeaky clean without having that squeaky clean feeling. I hate that feeling. And whenever I get that feeling with a cleanser, I know that it has stripped everything off of my skin, and I just hate that. Oh, and I also meant to say it has small micro beads in it to kind of lightly exfoliate your skin. So you're kind of getting some extra added benefits, and it does help with uneven texture. And I really love to get skincare products like that because I feel like when you touch my chin versus the rest of my face, it doesn't feel as smooth. But here lately, over the past year, by me picking products that have that claim, I have noticed that this part is slowly but surely getting as smooth as, you know, the rest of my face when you touch it. So this one is a really good product to try. This next one that I have is by Fresh, and this is a toner. This is the Rose Deep Hydration Facial Toner. And what I like about this one, I do like the rose in it, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but it does have little rose petals in it. This does claim to remove any extra debris off of your skin after you've used your cleanser. It does do a very good job at hydrating, and I'm all about hydration. And the next one that I have is by CAUDALIE, and this is a Vine body butter. Okay, and this is it, and it does have shea butter in it, and it does have a orange type of fragrance. My daughter actually brought that to my attention. But this is another one, if you suffer from dullness or uneven texture on your body, this is one that is definitely going to help you with that. Also, it has a lot of call outs. It doesn't have parabens, sulfates, phthalates, you know, all of that junk, and it's also vegan and cruelty free. But if you are into body butters, or you even want to get into body butters, this is one that I honestly think that you would enjoy. All right, so next I want to get into fragrance, but this is the MOSCHINO Toy 2 fragrance. And let me tell you, initially I didn't think that this had a lot of sillage, you know, where you walk by and people are going to smell you. But my daughter has been recently getting into my fragrances, and when she gets ready to like go somewhere and she passes through the hallway in the house and she's left, you can still smell it. Of course, she has developed, I don't know if these are bad habits, but when I spray perfume, I spray it everywhere and I spray a lot of it, and she's kind of like that. But anyway, with that being said, this is a fresh scent. It's fresh and floral. So if you like mandarin orange, peony, and amber woods, and let me tell you, this fragrance is so divine, so divine. So, you know, even though you can only order it online, trust and believe me, if you're in the market for a fragrance and you like the fresh fragrances, you will love this one. You can take that to the bank, as my dad used to always tell me. So now we're going to get into some makeup, and I do have a foundation that I really love, and if you are one that has dry skin and you're looking for a really good hydrating foundation, I would definitely recommend the Even Better Refresh Hydrating and Repairing Foundation. I have it in the shade Golden, and again, if you're not into the very hydrating type of foundations, I would say to just kind of skip on this one. But if you have dry skin, definitely check it out. Now, I know that a lot of you all know that I skip powders a lot of times, especially when I'm out and about, but this one, you know, I would recommend that you do a light set with the powder. You don't have to do it real heavy, just really light. But anyway, this Clinique foundation is a really good one to try if you're in the market for a hydrating and repairing foundation. All right, so on the flip side of all the hydrating and luminous, this is a new product that I recently bought, and I think that it is really pretty. This is a mattifying foundation, and this is the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24 Hours. This one would be for a person who is oily and, you know, really wants a mattifying foundation. This foundation is on the thicker side. Okay, it is on the thicker side, but it feels comfortable on the skin. It does have hyaluronic acid in it, and it's just not going to suck the dryness right out of your skin. I did do a foundation dupes video, and I'll link it up above, and I compared the MAC the Morphe Fluidity foundation with this one. However, the only thing to me that would be different, just a little bit different with that Morphe foundation, it is very, it's more mattifying. But this is a really good one to try if you are oily. Plus, you know, I do like the fact that it has hyaluronic acid in it. All right, so next let's get into highlighters, and I have this highlighter on right now. It's by Tarte, and I haven't seen just a whole lot of people talk about this one. This highlighter is, let me put on my glasses. This is the tarte-LIT Chrome Paint Highlighter and Illuminator, and this highlighter is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. And you know, Tarte does have some really fancy packaging. It looks like that, and you get like a little presser thing, because essentially to me this is loose. Okay, well, not loose, but it can be loose, and you, once you use it, you take it and you press it back down. But let me swatch it for you so you can see how beautiful it is. And like I said, I have it on now, and I think it's really pretty. If you're one of those types that like the highlighters where you can be seen from space, then you would absolutely love this highlighter. All right, so the next one is an eyeshadow palette, and I thought I really wanted to think long and hard about the eyeshadow palettes that I purchased and what would I want to recommend. And I wanted to recommend an eyeshadow palette that can be used every day. If you are a working woman, this is something that you can use every day. The eyeshadows are going to be pigmented, they're going to be blendable, and I say that because of the shadows. Now, a lot of these shadows you can use to deepen up your crease. You can use the metallics as inner eye highlights. You can use them as lid colors. But for me, I think I'm most impressed by all of these mattes right here. All of these, you know, you can get everyday work looks with that. And I think that the colors are pretty much universally suitable, which means I think that lighter skin tones can benefit from this palette as well as deeper skin tones. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about, can you guess? Can you guess what do I love that I have not mentioned yet in this video? Well, let's talk about it. The Sephora eyelashes. Sephora has a collection of lashes, and these are the Luxe. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. Okay, so these are the Royal Silk Luxe Silk Lash, and It's the Sephora brand, and you get that fancy schmancy hard case. These lashes are beautiful. Now, they're not like what I have on now. These lashes are beyond big. I know it looks like I'm about to fly away, but for those of you all who are familiar with my channel, you know that I'm a little extra when it comes to lashes. But these are really nice, and they really look pretty on. They're not going to give you too much, while at the same time they're going to give you enough. Does that make sense? Not too much, but they're going to give you enough. So let me just kind of see if my camera will focus. And if I'm not mistaken, these lashes are $18 or $20. I also have some lashes from Sephora, and these are the Hipster full volume lashes, and these lashes were $10, I think. And this is another pair that these are a little bit wispier, and you'll see they're not as full as the first pair. Even with these cheaper lashes, you still get a really pretty look. Let me go ahead and now, what I have to tell you about these babies is that you have to babyfy them. You cannot manhandle these eyelashes. The lashes that I have on now, they came from Amazon, and I can manhandle these lashes. And I know you're probably like, yes, we can tell you can manhandle those. But what I'm talking about is the band. The band is very gentle and light and airy. So if that's important to you, these lashes do cover that. Like I said, with the type of lashes that I have on, the band is on the thicker side, and it's not as thin as these lashes. And I personally prefer the thicker band. I don't mind that. And the reason, it's a lot of reasons why I don't mind a thicker band. For me, I feel as though I can get them on better. And when I go to clean them, it's not, you don't have to be so afraid that they're going to fall apart. You can just go ahead and do what you have to do and clean them and go on. Whereas these type of lashes, you do have to be gentle when you're cleaning them. And I have worn these many times, but these are the type of lashes where, I don't like to mess with them too often, even though I've worn them a lot. And it's only because you just have to be really gentle. So anyway, that's it. Those are all of my recommendations. Let me know, what do you plan on picking up during the sale? Are you even going to shop the sale? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until my next video, smooches.